Yeah, well, hello everybody. Welcome to February's edition of Handball HITS. As you can see, no Jack Oliphant with me this week. I'm sure we can completely agree as well. We've hugely upgraded as well. Kayley St. Clair's with me. Kayley, thanks so much for joining us. You had a busy day. You've been out on the court today, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Tough game. Disappointing game, but we're getting there. We're trying.
We're going to touch on that a little bit more shortly. Of course, we will cover off today's game. Before we do that, we've got the news though. Now, I know you don't know anything about this, so don't worry. Don't you worry about that. I will handle the news section for us. First up, of course, we have the GB M20 team that won the IHF Trophy so impressively last year. They're travelling to the Intercontinental phase of the IHF Trophy. It runs from the 6th to the 11th of March in San Jose, Costa Rica. The winner of the competition will qualify for the Junior World Championships. Now that's coached actually by Zoran Lukas, and we've got an exclusive interview coming up with him a little bit later, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you stay for that one. A little bit more news as well. England Handball are excited to announce that the England Handball National Schools Tournament is well underway. Hundreds of schools battling out for a place in the top 40 national finals. This year, competition is the biggest, with thousands of budding handballers and 500 teams from different schools taking part. Did you ever take part in that?
Not at schools, no, not really.
Well, more on that later as well, because that's something we've got to talk about. We've got to say a little bit about happy birthday to Slovakia as well. It's huge congratulations, of course, to the Slovak Handball Federation. Here's an image. The president of the European Handball Federation, Michael Viderera, who was present at Federation's Jubilee. As on Thursday, the 16th of February, they celebrated 80 years since the foundation. So congratulations, happy birthday to everybody at the Slovakian Federation for Handball. Now, at any point, if you do want to get involved and have your say, we can see the comments, and if you want to find out more about the England Handball Association, there's a link in the body of this broadcast wherever you're watching it, and there's a QR code on screen right now. Give it a scan and it will take you straight through to the England Handball Association's website. Right, Kayley, let's come to you. Let's have a little chat. Nottingham versus Birmingham today. Now, actually, you can probably tell behind you, you can probably hear everybody. We've actually got Nottingham v Birmingham, the men's game going on at the minute, haven't we? I know this is going out this evening. We did film this a bit sneaky. We did film this straight after the women's game. You've just come off the court. Didn't quite go your way today.
No, we didn't really know what to expect with Birmingham. We were really disappointed with the first half. We spoke at half time about kind of different ways to approach the game, I guess, in terms of defence more so. A lot of things we weren't really doing in the first half. We were happy that we won the second half, but not enough to take the game.
It was a shame because you actually beat you beat Birmingham earlier in the season, 43-30, I think. So was there an expectation that you would maybe get the big W today?
Yes and no. We were missing a lot of players. We missed kind of key people, particularly in our defence, particularly on our right side, which we struggled a little bit with today. But I think we did well with what we had and how we were playing.
It was a tight game, wasn't it? For those watching, it did finish Nottingham 28, Birmingham 31. I've actually worn Nottingham green today as well.
Cheering us on.
Coincidence. I support every team in both the men's and women's Premier Handball League equally. So there we go. Now let's touch on your career in handball to date so far. One of the reasons we're doing this is to let people know there is a pathway in handball, isn't there? How you can get involved. And how did you start playing the game?
I started playing for Loughborough 6-ish, maybe 7, 8 years ago. Wanted to join a team sport at university, went to like a sports fair on campus and trialled for handball, really enjoyed it. Played for Loughborough for 3 years, did university, did the championship, did league games, and then moved to Nottingham with work and joined as they set up the women's team 4 seasons ago. So
you play for Loughborough's arch rivals now?
I have,
Did you play the other week? Because we were here the other week for Nottingham. You played, didn't you?
Loughborough Nottingham, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So, what is the best thing about playing handball then? Why should people watching this who've never picked up a ball before get involved with it?
It's fast-paced, it's no game, especially this season for us, has been the same. We don't really know what to expect from other teams going into it. something you constantly need to kind of adapt your own approach to the game, which is exciting. It's nice to be involved in.
So you say you went to obviously Loughborough University. We know it's a sports university. That obviously helped then, because what did you know about handball before going to university? Did you even know it kind of existed over here?
No, nothing at all. A couple of my friends that I joined with that year, we knew we wanted to try a new sport, but I had never heard of handball before I went to university. That it was something new for us to try.
It's quite cool though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is enjoyable, and the results haven't quite gone our way, but we've enjoyed playing. We've got a good team with the women set up that we're thinking towards how we can improve for next season and kind of be a bit more resilient with the results.
When you're out and about, you talk to people you've never met them before, and they talk to you, what do you do? What do you do outside of work? And you say, I'm playing the Premier Handball League. Are they like, wow, that's really cool? Or are they a bit like, what's that?
I work in a school, so.
Well, you're a prime place to bring handball into the school.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, they're taking part in the schools competition. That's about as much as I know about the schools comp. But I see it a lot more in schools. They do talk about it a lot more than kind of 2 or 3 years ago, that they're doing it more in PE, and they're excited by it a lot more, I think, of what I've seen there as well.
And what's your future involved in handball? You're gonna stay for the long term?
Provided, no injuries or anything like that. The plan, is to keep playing and keep improving and keep getting better to hopefully start picking up some wins.
Would you like to take it a lot further as well? Like, let's say, because we know how huge, the thing for me about handball is it's massive across the rest of Europe, and it's getting bigger over here. Things like this help. It really, really does. But if like a bigger team came over and said, we want you to come play for us, would you consider it? Trying to get a headline here, trying to get a scoop.
I don't
Kayley
think.
St. Clair signs.
I don't think the coach would let me. I think I'm stuck. I'm staying in Nottingham for the foreseeable.
It seems a really good camaraderie. Like I said, we've got the men's Nottingham team playing now. A lot of people are stuck around to watch, and you see that a lot. We saw it last month as well. Was it nice to have that team unit?
It's a really nice club. That I know the boys in particular, with the under-19 boys, they train together, and the under-19 boys have improved loads from that. But also between the men's and the women's, it's a club rather than 3 kind of separate teams, that we support each other, and Caro in our team works a lot towards that in kind of team results and sharing things between the different teams as well. But it's definitely a club.
It's a lot more. When I first started to get involved, I think it was how physical it was. It really is, like, defensive. You girls are really
give it a good go.
Do you know how fast you can throw the ball as well? Do you know?
No.
Have you had it clocked?
I don't think I'm anywhere near the top in the team. I think there's a couple that can launch it, but give it a good go.
Excellent. Kayley, look, I'm going to let you go, because I know you want to get on watching the men's game, don't you? I really, really do appreciate you taking the time out to come sit with us and give us your insight into handball as well. Again, commiserations. What's the score going to be for the men's? What do you think? It's 9-5 in favour of Nottingham at the minute.
They'll win it by 20 by the end.
By 20?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll hold you to that. We're going to find out. By the time this goes out tonight as well, we will know. So either congratulations, Kayley, or got that completely wrong. Kayley, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Now, last week we did head up to Twickenham, St Mary's University, for Chelsea v London GD. I'm delighted to say we've got them. They have been coming in as well. Look at this, and it's an early lead as well. Come on, GD, they've inspired them to a 1-0 lead here. It's going to down. Rattles off the post. Get on to the score this time. And they do. There's number 6. That's David Mendonca. The ball did have to hand it over to GD. Here they go again on the attack. leading this game and leading it by even more now as well. That was 22, that was Ollie Tyler. It's Chelsea 1, London, and it is going to be another Chelsea penalty. Can they level things up here? Here is that man again, David Mendonca. We're actually watching Chelsea. I've seen London, had the pleasure of watching London GD quite a few times over the last 12 months or so, and they retake the lead. Can Chelsea damage their record even further as we start to get to the closing stages of the season? What a save that was as well by Alan Rafferty, number 96. Oh my word, I don't believe it. This is absolutely intense right now. For Chelsea with it. Winds up, great defensive handwork there by London GD, blocks the ball. Daniel Shepherd in the London GD goal, and there was no goal, and it goes low. What a beauty that was. Here's Chelsea now. They made it to double figures in that first half. Did it sneak in? Just going to see if I can watch it. It did, I think it did. Something. Shouts from the Chelsea bench. They wanted the goal, but it got possession instead. Good save by Patrick Guenther. Great double save by Patrick Guenther. He looked for it quickly for Jerry Archer. Doesn't find it though. Chelsea get it back quick. Can they counter-attack? Can they find a way through? Patrick Guenther with a third great save. Penalty for London GD. Morgan Gillett with it. Converts. And now all of a sudden it has changed. He's absolutely huge. In fact, his head is bigger than the crossbar myself. He is. I've got number 10 in front of me as well for London GD. Denis Sarchenko, he's huge as well. Oh, a beautiful strike. A diving throw there. Number 99 for London GD. That's Daniel Ramos Gonzalez with the conversion there. It's difficult to choose actually. Alan Raffia in the Chelsea goal, can't do anything about that. Jeremy Archer was superb there. Morgan Gillett played well in the first half too. Yes, he did. It is difficult to choose, isn't it? London GD with it. And they score it. And that ends the game as well. Yeah, what a thriller that was in Twickenham last week. That was last Sunday. Now, I caught up with head coach Zoran Lukas after. Now, you may remember at the top of this show in the news, he's heading over to Costa Rica with the men's M20 team to take part in the Intercontinental IHF Trophy competition over there. Quite a big thing indeed. Now, he did touch on it after the game up in London. I did catch up with Zoran. He touched on that, heading over to Costa Rica, but he also gave us Now look, let's talk the first half, because Chelsea just wouldn't let you go, would they?
It was a really strange game for us in a way that the court is not the size that we're used to. It's very short. That means our main weapons as a fast break in transition go out of picture because the length of the court. We had to adapt to that. Also, in the same time, we had the injury during the warm-up of our starting left back, and two players couldn't come on the time, so we kind of lost three important players just before the start, and we just had to adapt to this, which boys did. amazingly. They was resilient without any excuses. We struggled on beginning, but then we got the gap and we never.
What was the thing that pleased you the most about today's performance?
Resilience to adapt to a situation that we played in. This is not how we train and where we train. Not just the length. The court is very wide, much wider than used to be. That means defending players need to move more to left and more to right off position that they're used to. So we had a few players that play in the middle on number 3 position that usually never plays there. So they had to. It was really a huge team effort, and the players stepped in and showed the character that no matter what is against us, we can adapt and do our job best possible way we can.
Top of the table, Zoran, going all the way this season?
That's definitely a plan. Our aim is to win all 3 trophies. It's not going to be easy. There are some amazing teams. We secured playoff with this. It was important also for us because I'm not here in the next game against Olympia. I'm going with the national team in Costa Rica. Yeah. That means we had to secure the win now, so we are calmly more calmly approaching that game. We still want to win it. That's a huge derby for us, and we obviously want to perform. But yeah, 3 trophies still there on the table, and we're definitely going for all of them.
Well, I've got some good news for you, actually, because wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to watch that game live, Olympia London GD live next month. So there you go. So right, congratulations, and good luck next month as well. It'll be a shame not to have you there, so you take care. Yeah, Zoran Lukas, great to hear from him. He's always happy to chat, and of course a huge promoter of the game of handball here in England. Good luck to him and the entire team as they head over to Costa Rica for the tournament there. That was an absolute cracker. Look, whilst we're here, you can hear a lot of noise going on behind me. It's because we're at Sutton Bonington Sports Centre. A little bit earlier, we brought you the Women's Premier North game between Nottingham and Birmingham. Birmingham running out winners in that one, 31-28. We've just heard from Kayley St Clair. She played in that game as well, and we've got her thoughts on how she got involved in handball and where the game is going and where she's going to take her career in the sport as well. Talking of players who are going to take a longer, deeper dive into the sport of handball, is last week's player of the match. Now, if you've been watching handball with us throughout the course of the season, you will know that at the end of each game we give out a player of the match award, and last week was the first time we actually gave out a prize as well. Before it was just a pat on the back, congratulations, well done. Now we've managed to find a few pennies down the back of the sofa, and we started to give out a nice bottle of Prosecco. The first man to receive it was player of the match. It was Marvin Gorgen for London GD. I caught up with him after the game as well, and boy oh boy does this guy have a moustache to die for. Watch this. No, it's nothing to do with a moustache, although it's very impressive indeed. Just talk us through that game, because there were times where Chelsea had all the momentum, didn't they? But you guys just stayed in it.
Yes, I think we came really well into the game, and we had a good start. Then it was, I think, a draw until 5-5.
Yeah.
So that was quite an even game, I would say, in the beginning. And then we just kept being resilient, kept being at it, and played our game that we usually play. We tried to open up the defense, I think, which we did really well, and there were a lot of gaps and empty spaces where we could bring the ball to and score easy goals in that way. So yeah, second half, I think we were a little bit sleepy in the beginning. They
scored 3 or 4 without reply, didn't they,
yes,
Chelsea?
Yes.
So they got back into it. You led 8-0, by 8 at half-time, and then they pulled it back to just 5.
Yeah, so we did a couple changes. We changed to 2 line players, and because of that, because they played a 5+1 defense, there were a lot of gaps on one side when the +1 player came out and moved to the left wing or to the right wing side. So I think the guys did really well, and they deserve to celebrate.
The experience showed, didn't it? Because when Chelsea were having the lull, you guys just put them to the sword. Now look, I've got some good news for you as well. You have been voted Player of the Match. Live Sport Now Player of the Match.
Amazing.
That's for you. How does it feel to win that? Normally we don't give anything out, but we've decided to open up the piggy bank, and we found a few pounds in there to get you that.
Super. Thank you very much. I think the guys will be very excited in the changing room. So
congratulations, Marvin. Well done. There you go, Marvin Gorgen there. He deserves that bottle of cheap champagne, doesn't he? Just for that moustache. Impressive stuff indeed. Now, we've touched on London GD quite a bit there. Let's turn our attention to Chelsea, shall we? A fairly young team in handball. I did have a quick catch-up with head coach Amer Altamimi after the game as well. And despite the defeat, he was in actually a pretty cheerful mood. Let's hear from him. Here. Let's grab a word of him. Now, you've got a big smile on your face.
I've been hiding.
Commiserations, but also
Thank
congratulations, because I tell you what, that first 20 minutes, you were going toe to toe with him, weren't you?
Yes, but unfortunately, some players they got injured and they haven't been training enough.
Yeah.
Their fitness wasn't enough. Also, I got 2 players today. This is the first game for them.
Yeah.
So I would say, in my knowledge and my experience in handball, well, I have to educate myself to accept losing sometimes, and under some quite tough circumstances. Team like GD, well-tidy team. They've been playing together more than 10 years, as far as I know. More or less, if you lose pass or you do any simple mistake against them, definitely you will get punished straight away. Our team, it's not a problem. They've done their best. Their fitness, some of them they've been away. It's okay, about 60% what their performance should be. GD, they deliver, and they created our mistakes goals, basically, for their side. That's what make the score up. We fight it in the first 20 minutes, yes. Yeah. But as I said, unfortunately, the fitness didn't help. Some players, our key players, he had to call me, coach. Yeah. Change me because he's out of breath. Give and take. What happened, we have to expect it. But we're not giving up. We're keeping on. We got another young stars coming up. We bring them up, and also the recovery of our injuries.
You're going up against the best in London GD, aren't you? And you matched them for large periods of the game.
Well, yeah, that's, as I said, you got expect losing sometimes. We beat Olympia, and Olympia beat GD. Yeah. Our league this season, quite tough league, and you can't tell about it. You can't tell. Still now, maybe something else will happen. We surprised the other teams, and this is the first lose in a new year. Yeah. And against not easy team. It's not easy team to beat.
You've won 5 of your 9 games. It's a pretty good record. You're still in the table.
And also against the other team, Carshalton, for example, we come from -7 to win +1. Also, we went there with half of the teams, and under circumstances of the other players away, working down. We draw, but we were last 4 minutes +4. Yeah. While we come out from the first half -4. So, we want also to focus on the youngsters as well, and hopefully the team will be together to train more. Yeah.
That's one of the hardest things, isn't it? Again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You've had a brilliant season. Chelsea's such a young club, and under your guidership, it's really grown.
First year for themselves in the Premier League. Yeah. So far, so good.
Impressive stuff. Keep at it.
Yeah. Many man will be third, so we'll be all right.
You're doing well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
for your coming.
Thank you. Yeah, Amer, what a character. When I arrived at Twickenham, he never stopped smiling. Even at the sidelines, he never stops smiling. Serious guy, serious coach. But I tell you something, he's a very happy man indeed. Right, that was him. One final interview to bring you from that game as well. Now, I'm 5'7". Now, I think that's about average height for a man. I could be maybe slightly wrong. However, one man who isn't 5'7" is London GD goalkeeper Patrick. Now, I caught up with him after the game and I just really had to find out how tall he is because he is absolutely huge. Let's hear from him. The London GD goalkeeper Patrick, just before you disappear, I just want to know, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5". Not fancy basketball as well?
No. Always been a handball guy.
Why do you love playing handball?
I mean, I came back just from a 6-month injury, and this is why I play. When you can boost your team and really have the spirit and win a game like this,
you can save anything, can't you? You could. I reckon
today,
you could save a rocket from a bazooka. I reckon.
Let's hope for the Final Four that's the case as well.
Congratulations, Patrick. Congratulations, Patrick. They're all 6'5". Right, there we have it. That's the best bits from Chelsea v London GD last week in the Men's Premier Handball League South. As I said today, a little bit earlier, we brought you the Women's Premier Handball League North between Nottingham and Birmingham. Wherever you're watching this right now, you can go back and watch that game if you fancy it. The England Handball Association, the best place to do it. Now, there is a link in the body of this broadcast which takes you straight through to the EHA's YouTube channel. However, if you want to visit the website and find out even more about the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League, two options. There's a link in the body of this broadcast, or on your screen right now is a QR code. Just give it a scan, it'll take you straight through to the England Handball Association website. Now remember, we can see your comments as well, so please do get them in. If you were at Twickenham last week, comment below. We want to hear from you. If you've been here at Nottingham today, we want to hear from you. If you've been at another game anywhere else up and down the country, please do comment. Tell us the score. Let us know. Comment the score. If we get a chance, we can show them on screen as well, just so long as you keep them clean. Now, here we are at Nottingham. Right now, Nottingham v Birmingham in the Men's Premier North is going on. With a score update for you, it's Nottingham 19, Birmingham 8. Remember, Kayley St. Clair at the top of this show, she said there's going to be a 20-score gap in it in favour of Nottingham. And that is the half-time hooter as well. How handy is that? Right, now, one thing that we're going to have a little look at now is, actually what I want to do is I just want to show you some of the fixture list from the GB Men's M20. As I said before, Zoran Lukas, the head coach, taking them over to Costa Rica. They've got a number of fixtures coming up in the IHF, they won the IHF trophy so impressively last year. They're at the intercontinental phase of the IHF trophy. Runs from the 6th to 11th of March. Let's have a quick look at those fixtures. I'm pleased to say I've managed to get them. Here they are. The 8th of March, GB will be playing Guinea. On the 9th of March, they'll be playing Costa Rica, the hosts. On the 10th of March, they'll be playing Cuba. And on the 11th of March, they'll be playing Australia, mate. So that's well worth looking out for. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little look at the results from February across the men's and women's Premier North and South divisions. I've said, still got a game going on live right now behind us. That's Nottingham versus Birmingham. Nottingham leading the way at half-time, 19-8. So it looks like Nottingham probably going to end up going on to win this. But let's have a look at some of the men's Premier South results from February. There they are on your screen. So Olympia getting the win over West London Eagles, 34-30 in that game. London GD continuing their impressive form, a 39-18 win over Cambridge. Carshalton Titans and Chelsea playing out an absolute cracker, 26-all in that one. West London Eagles picking up their second win in, picking up their first win in February because they lost to Olympia, didn't they? 33-26 against Carshalton Titans. What is it about the score of 26 for Carshalton? Back-to-back games where they've managed that score. Cambridge coming up a cropper against Olympia, 25 Cambridge, Olympia 34. And as we brought you the action live last week, it finished Chelsea 21, London GD 35. Right, let's head over now to the Women's Premier South and look at the results from February. And look at that, it's a tight game, isn't it? Olympia 16, West London Eagles 17. The Titanic tussle, that one. London GD 36, Cambridge 7, picking up a good win there, London GD. Arctic Falcons 28, Northampton 28. What a stormer that is as well. A couple of draws popping up, aren't they? West London Eagles making it back-to-back wins in February in the Women's Premier South, 42 to Arctic Falcons 18. Cambridge losing out to Olympia, finished Cambridge 18, Olympia 26. And Northampton losing out to London GD there, finished Northampton at 23, London GD 29 in that one. Right, let's take a little trip up north, shall we? Let's have a look at the Women's Premier North to start off with. The reason being, we've just literally had a game finish. We brought you that one live. It finished Birmingham 10, Liverpool 0. If you're wondering about that, it was a forfeit match, hence the reason Birmingham got the 10 and Liverpool got the 0. So Birmingham taking the default win there. Trafford just edging out Nottingham. We heard from Kayley St Clair a little bit earlier. I think that was one of the games she was referring to where results just haven't gone their way. 28-26 in favour of Trafford. NEM Hawks and Loughborough going toe-to-toe. What a game. Another game. It's our third draw in a row, isn't it? 24 all in that one. Liverpool, NEM Hawks. Liverpool getting the win, 31-16 there. And as we've seen today live, it's still across the EHA's channels as well as live sport now. That is us. Head over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe to watch even more live men's and women's Premier Handball League. It finished Nottingham at 28, Birmingham 31 in that one. Now, a few results to bring you as well from the men's Premier North as well. As I said, we've got a game going on right behind us now. Here's the results from February for the men's Premier North. It finished Birmingham 31, Liverpool 27, NEM Hawks 30, Manchester 22, Liverpool 29, NEM Hawks 33. So a good month for NEM Hawks in the men's Premier North. And as we know, Nottingham Birmingham, no score as of yet. It's going on right now behind us, and it is 19-8 at half time in this one. By the time this is aired, of course, we'll know who the winner is. Right. Let's have a quick look at some of the tables, shall we? Now, I must admit, the tables haven't been updated as quickly as I would have liked, to be honest. So it will give you a good flavour of where we sit within both the men's and women's Premier Handball League North and South divisions, although not all of the scores from the results that we've seen across February have actually been inputted into the tables yet. But here's a flavour of how it looks in the women's Premier North. NEM Hawks sit in first place. Then you've got Liverpool, Loughborough, Nottingham, Birmingham and Trafford. In the Women's South, stick with the Women's Premier Handball League, shall we? London GD right up there, unbeaten so far this season. West London Eagles, you've got Olympia, Northampton, Cambridge, Arctic Falcons. So the three sort of London teams really getting ahead of steam. In the men's Premier North table, this is how it looks. NEM Hawks again going strongly, and you've got Nottingham, Manchester, Birmingham and Liverpool. As we can see behind us, a game going on right now. Nottingham and Birmingham going toe-to-toe. Nottingham, as it stands, are looking good for the win, it has to be said. So it's crucial at the top. We must say as well, congratulations to London GD. Here we go for the men's Premier South. London GD, they have qualified for the Final Four as well. So huge congratulations to London GD. Olympia nipping at the heels. Chelsea right in the mix as well as West London Eagles, Carshalton and Cambridge. That table was actually taken before the Chelsea-London GD game. Right. Remember, keep your comments coming in. We can see them. If we get a chance, we can show them on screen. If you like what you've seen so far, drop us a comment, drop us a like. Make sure you hit retweet, share wherever you're watching this. We would love to hear from you. And if you do want to find out any more at any time about the men's and women's Premier Handball League, you've got two options. First option, there's a link in the body of this broadcast that takes you straight through to the EHA's website, or right there on screen right now is a QR code. Give it, get your camera, scan it in, it'll take you straight through to the EHA's website. Rightio, now we come to a very exciting bit of the show. It's where we reveal which games we are going to be broadcasting for you live next month. So let me put the caption up. Are you ready for this, everybody? If we could have a drum roll, please. Next month's games are going to be, we're back in the capital, there's a bit of a clue for you. There it is, Olympia taking on London GD in both the men's and women's Premier Handball League South. It is going to be an absolute corker. The season reaches its climax, the regular season reaches its climax next season, and we're going to be at Olympia for their crunch game with London GD in both the men's and women's Premier Handball League. It promises to be an absolute cracker. Beauty of it as well is you can watch it all live with us. Just you're right. One of the Nottingham players was literally just about to walk right in front of the camera. Don't forget, head over to the England Handball Association's YouTube channel. Live chat is open there, so please do get in touch with us. Please do comment below. You can comment at any time as well. Put the camera over there. Put the camera over there. You've got to wave now. You've got to come say hello. You've got to come over and say hello. Just too nervous. There we go. Right, let's go back. Face has gone like a beetroot now, hasn't it? We'll leave you alone, we promise. She says thanks. Right, don't forget, visit England Handball as well, www.englandhandball.com. Right, that does round out Handball Hits. As I said, a slightly shorter show this month because we are here live at Sutton Bonington Sports Centre. We've got Nottingham against Birmingham going on behind us, half-time 19-8. As we are playing this out later, I just want to say congratulations to Nottingham on the win, or congratulations to Birmingham on the win, or maybe congratulations to both teams on the draw. Probably going to be a Nottingham win. Don't forget, we are live again next month for Olympia versus London GD. It is going to be an absolute corker. That is in both the men's and women's Premier Handball League. Don't forget to hit subscribe on the England Handball Association YouTube channel, and make sure you go over to Live Sport Now on YouTube as well if you want to watch even more live sport from the men's and women's Premier Handball League. We've got golf to bring you, we've got football to bring you, and a lot of motorsport in 2023. If you love sport, Live Sport Now is the place to go. If you love handball, the England Handball Association is the place to be. And that's about it from us. Second half's about to get underway. We're going to go get on the motorway and head back home. I really hope you've enjoyed Handball Hits this